This is my IMDB Top 1000 dashboard. Here at the top, we can see some key performance indicators, the average IMDB score, average Metascore, which, if you notice, this is out of 10, this is out of 100, but they're pretty similar, the average runtime, which is just over 2 hours, and the most common genre, which is, interestingly, just drama. So this field is actually this is actually not the single most represented genre, but single most represented collection of genres that a movie is. So, for example, if a movie is a thriller and a comedy, this and with the most popular, this should say thriller comedy, but it's just drama. So, taking a look at some of the charts, this is the Meta versus IMDb score correlation. It's not entirely linear. Though ideally it should be. If these scores were, the more objective the scores are, the more linear the correlation should be. But it seems like the IMDb score overvalues its highest rated movies as a collection of scores from Metascores. Sort of takes a sharp dip here. Now, to the chart of movies released per year. As you can see, this is pretty expected. Sort of mostly exponential growth here, with obviously peaks in years where there were a lot of great movies released. But overall, we can see sort of an exponential growth here. There's a big dip here in 2020, but that's because the whole year was not included in the database. Now, this chart, runtime and income versus rating, I expected one of these to have a negative correlation with rating. So here you can see the runtime generally increases as rating increases, and this is actually not what I expected. I expected people to rate shorter, more concise movies higher. But as you can see here, we're getting to 3 hours and above, and these are very, very highly rated. It does take a dip towards the end, but it's still interesting to see. And of course, the gross amount of money that the movie earned is also slightly positively correlated with rating. That's to be expected, but again, there's a dip here at the end where it seems that the movies that are sort of classics, maybe cult classics, didn't actually earn that much money. Here, only at 50 million for the highest rated movies. Now, coming to the interactive elements of the dashboard. Here you can filter everything by year of release. Let's say you wanted to look at everything just in the year 2010. Sorry. You have to remove multi-select and just click 2010. So obviously this chart disappears. You can see a much smaller chart here, as there were not that many movies in just 1 year. You see everything change, and actually the most common genre in 2010, interestingly, was action, crime, and drama. Here you can filter by director, so let's say we wanted to look at all the movies made by Amir Khan. Well, turns out it's just one movie, all right? So let's say Christopher Nolan. Here we see a better picture, right? This is what happens. And here we can filter by what sort of certificate the movie got. Let's say, for example, we just wanted to look at PG-13. And this is what the picture looks like with PG-13 movies. Interestingly, the most common genre is, again, just drama. This has been my presentation, and thank you.